Hello everyone! Welcome back to Retrothon! So many more amazing runs have already happened early into this Saturday. It's time to shift from the Game Boy into the Game Boy Advance, and we're going to do it with a bang. Blink and you'll miss it. Greetings to all you folks from the Eastern Hemisphere, and to the early birds in the West. My name is Seirea, and I am incredibly stoked to bring you the first ever inclusion, as far as I know, of River City Ransom EX in a speedrunning marathon. River City Ransom EX is a Game Boy Advance remake of River City Ransom for the NES. It adds a truly impressive amount of new content and features, and its physics engine is completely different. If you were around for my run of the original River City Ransom earlier in the marathon, you might have heard me say that we like to affectionately refer to its speedrun as a running simulator with a boss rush. Well, in River City Ransom EX, I think it may be safe to simply boil that down to rush, at least in this New Game Plus category that I have for you right now. It'll probably be fairly self-explanatory when we get into it, but let me provide a little bit of context for the madness that is about to be exploding upon your screens. This game allows you to save character data to be loaded in new playthroughs. Because of that, you can save an incredibly powerful character to start a new game with. Not only is the character that I will be using maxed out in all of his stats, but he has custom graphics that I just think look cool, a completely customized moveset, and even the inputs of the moves themselves have been customized, which can change how the moves behave. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the ridiculously robust expanse of game mechanics this title provides its players, and it is absolutely one of my favorite games of all time because of all of that, and much more. And some may find it janky, but I think it's darn solid. Once you understand the overambitious, sprawling depth of the game, you can guide it into incredibly satisfying symphonies of cartoonish action. And I'm about to show you what that can look like. I hope you're all ready, because we're about to get started. In 3, 2, 1. Barf. I'm gonna change a few settings here really quick, and then we're about to start moving at light speed for the rest of our lives, and do some teleporting as well. This is just the way life is now. This is River City. This is how high schoolers behave. I don't know how high school was for you, but if you weren't in River City, then things were just boring. And now I'm gonna be teleporting back and forth between the left and right sides of the screen, trying to collect coins as soon as possible, because as soon as you collect a coin, that's when the next thing is happening. And we want the next thing to be happening as soon as possible, because this is a speedrun. This is kind of like the epitome. I like to think that this speedrun is what people think of when, like, who don't know what speedrunning is. When they think of, like, speedruns. This absolute chaos, I would like to imagine, is what comes to their mind. We got the frat boys here. Normally, in any other category, we would absolutely love to see them here, but not in this one, because their strange AI just kind of complicates everything, but I was able to make it work. And speaking of things that might not work perfectly, the weapons were also in weird places, so I couldn't use my telekinetic powers to take him out perfectly there, but I just hovered him in midair, spoke some sweet nothings into his ear, and that was enough to make him take 150 damage. And same thing with Blade, who we death warped to backtrack to, because he is a required boss. That's a thing that can trip up a lot of casual players of the River City Ransom games, is that you do have to backtrack to get to Blade. But now we're going to be running back to where we were. Thank you for opening the door for me, Chaz. Very nice of you. And then from here on, we'll be moving forward for the rest of the game. And at light speed. And teleporting. Because River City. And, okay, so this is an interesting room. We can have some bad spawning patterns here, but we've got a good start. Lots of double kills. I love it. That looks cool. We don't have to be doing double kills, but whatever works. Poor Turk. Okay, we're fighting immediately again. This is the locals. They are normally the worst gang in the entire game, completely unfightable in any other category, but we're just too darn powerful. Where's Pretty Face Guy? He's already dead. I didn't even realize. Sorry. And by the way, Mojo didn't even have a chance to exist in this reality before he was erased. It's just so brutal, but this is, again, the world of River City, and I think that's just kind of what they want. Violence is just how they say hello. And now we're in the factory. This is one of the weirdest rooms in the game. We got the locals again. I did not mean to be throwing weapons into the air there. Everybody's jumping around. The locals are very jumpy. You see, that's one of the reasons why they're bad in basically every other category. I almost ran out of the room. That would have been awkward. Goodbye, Thor. So that was a little bit of a weird fight there, but this is a category where if things go incredibly poorly, you're only losing about 3 seconds. And yes, that's a lot for a 4-minute speedrun, but in this case of a marathon, it's... Oh, wow! Sorry, I just sprinted into another dimension there. It happens sometimes. He blocked me, pretty face guy. He is the protagonist. Sorry, there's so much happening right now. That's just the way this game is. It's incredible. I hope you don't like the gym, because we're only going to see it for about 1 second. Goodbye, gym. But yes, even when things go terribly poorly in this category, you barely even notice, because it's just so high octane. Okay, interesting room here, absolutely gigantic room. We're gonna try and spawn on top of the coins whenever we can, but I'm getting some bad spawn luck there. It's fine though. Like, that was a bad fight and it's already over. Dragon Twins, most intimidating boss of the entire original game. They're done. And I don't even feel like I need to give Slick the time of day. He might be in this room. I'm just gonna do headbutts against the wall. Time. That is River City Ransom EX in less than 4 minutes. Any questions? Oh my goodness, it is hellaciously fun to play, and basically, again, everything that can go wrong is so negligible, it's super stress-free, too. That, again, was something of a New Game Plus category. Thank you all for the GGs. Using the pre-strengthened character save file that I meticulously designed exactly for this purpose. There are more speedrun categories for this game, and the most competitive one uses the vanilla Alex and Ryan characters. And that looks way more standard, like what I showed earlier this week in the original River City Ransom. Even without pre-strengthened characters, River City Ransom EX is so much more forgiving and less volatile than the original NES game. Because of that, I truly feel like it is an impeccable game for someone who wants to pick up something quick and easy to learn, or who wants to get into speedrunning for the first time. Even if you've never tried to play a game at a high level before, I think it's feasible for you to pick up this game, learn the ropes, and finish it in less than 10 minutes within a week. If you'd like to learn more about it and start to get into it, feel free to join our little River City Ransom EX speedrunning Discord server, which is linked in this game's speedrun.com page. Some shoutouts here. First off, I would like to shout out somebody who kept that speedrun.com page going after I left it to die after I created it in 2015. Yelsrake helped moderate that board, and I met Yelsrake through that, and such an amazing friend, awesome speedrunner, and thank you, Yelsrake. Thank you to Red, who was the first person who ever took a world record from me, and it was in this game, and that was how I kind of got back into speedrunning and turned it into what it is for me now, which is this constant, beautiful experience of constantly wanting to better my times and just have goals and enjoy playing games that I love. Speedrunning is amazing, and Red helped me get into that competitive nature. Thank you, Red, also a great friend. Thank you to Will Bobsled, who did some help, gave me some help with this game. Tried to look into it. This game tries to keep its secrets very close to its chest, but he tried to dig into it and help us understand it better. And Tom Mai also does the same thing, has made some great Tazes of this game. Thank you, Tom Mai. Lots of people have done some great work on this game, and it is so ungovernable, and that's one of the things I love about it. All these years later, there's so much we still don't understand, and I'm so excited to see what there might be in the future for it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much, Retro Gaming Live TV, for having me. That's it for me for this marathon. I'm definitely going to be trying to join more in the future if they'll have me. That was such a blast. I'm so honored. Thank you so much. And next year, I'll try and learn a bunch more games to play. And maybe this game is my family dog. I have some friends who love the game Family Dog, and maybe we'll bring that game to the world through Retrothon next year. We'll see. But until then, I'll just leave you wondering about that, and I'll let you enjoy the rest of this marathon. Thank you all again so much. Dream on, enjoy. Peace, everybody.